Listen, Tory Lanez, a very interesting artist. When I first listened to Tory Lanez, I thought that his music was okay. I'm not even gonna lie. It took a while for me to get into that, like, over auto tuned, over whatever singing. And then I heard him rap. And when he rapped, I was all like, oh, damn, this is really good. You know? That's pretty much it. A lot of singers are really good rappers. I feel like it's because it's all under the umbrella of music. But Tory Lanez had one big problem. He liked to be around a lot of famous women. And I understand that a lot of artists are meant to be mingling with other artists. A lot of romance in the celebrity field. They get with the other celebrities, of course, but the one person that he chose to be with was Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion, she is one of the big hitters when it comes to female rap in this last decade, or I want to say 5 years. And she's done a lot to, move a lot of musical chairs, if you say. So, what do you do when you make somebody who thinks they're hood and put them with a girl that is actually kind of hood? You get a really bad situations. Tory Lanez was accused of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. At first, it was just, oh man, we don't know who did it, and then it came to, oh man, it might be the best friend. Oh man, this is security, and then it ended up being Tory Lanez. Now, in the case, there was no DNA taken from the gun. There wasn't no DNA taken during the procedure of doing this investigation, which made a lot of people very skeptical about this situation. And on top of that, a lot of people theorized that because Tory Lanez became a independent artist, that maybe the industry was trying to hold him back, and maybe every other person is to blame other than himself for this situation. But in reality, he put himself in a very, very, very toxic environment, and this was the only outcome that was going to happen in that situation. Now, with all this being said, there has been a little talk, a little chat about Tory Lanez actually being maybe innocent. And either this whole angle is coming because he ended up getting stabbed in prison multiple times. I think it was like 10, 15 times or something like that. And he ended up surviving. Apparently, the way that this case was handled was very unprofessional, and a lot of the evidence or lack thereof wasn't necessarily fully and thoroughly looked over. And to be fair, a lot of the stories and the things that we were being told about this case didn't really add up. First, they were saying that she stepped on glass, and then they said she got shot, but the bullet wasn't in her foot, or the bullet wasn't found. And then they said that somehow she got shot in the back of the car, even though police that was there didn't say that they heard and or seen a firearm anywhere. I mean, the fire go off. So I don't know. And that negligence might actually cost them, winning the case. Now, why does this matter? Well, honestly, it doesn't. Hopefully, if Tory Lanez is actually innocent, that he gets the freedom that he deserves. Right now, the sway of public opinion is saying that, a lot. eh, the sway of public opinion is saying that he is wrongfully convicted and he needs to, get his freedom and such. And I believe that if he didn't do all that stuff that he that they say he did, then yeah, he deserves to get freedom. Of course. Now, the one thing I don't like is if the person was convicted, if the person went through the legal trials and tribulations and they were seen as guilty, then they're guilty. If this retrial says that he's innocent, then in the eyes of the law, he is innocent. But there is foul play going on from all corners of the internet as of right now. And honestly, I don't necessarily have an opinion. I want to keep following this case. I want to see where this goes. So let me know if you're interested in it. But hey, it might be for you, Tory, possibly.